Oh, he's posting. He's putting.
Everyone be quiet. He's posting.
He's putting a.
What filter are you using? Oslo?
No filter, just raw dogging it.
Times
4K.
Times New Roman.
He's actually putting a meme tags on it. All right, Joe.
I always fucking do.
I'm just playing, dude.
Fucking guy, dude. I'm telling you.
Hold on. Almost there. You shrinking it, put it in the bottom right corner or left?
I'm gonna put it right. I'm gonna have a little.
Make sure it's straight. Make sure it's
I
straight.
don't need to be straight. Fuck it.
Pause.
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 Big time.
All right, we're all done. We can get to work. I apologize about that.
I'm sure Tanner will edit a lot of that out. But
No,
I
we'll
do want to
keep it.
I do want to start with the nice case that you got for your readers.
I got new readers,
Wow.
Lance. I got new readers.
Let's start there. What is this?
They're
Let's see
just
'em.
readers,
Can I see 'em?
Lance. They're just. I can give you a pair. I bought a
They're nice.
bunch of them.
Oh, nice. You got
Okay.
like a black frame to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's like George Clooney. You should put them back on. Let me see.
He
show
got him with
the
his
camera.
AARP membership.
Yeah,
There
I
you
did.
go.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. They're kind of invisible frames. They're not so like bifocally.
Everything's gonna be better soon. As soon as I get this cataract fixed in about a month.
You need a dogger to get that.
Yeah, I might have to. You never know.
What were you gonna say, man?
Well, so what's going on? What you got? What you got to talk? What you want to start off with today? What you got?
How was the tranquility of
Found it out.
staying at another place and
No one knows.
I'm trying to dance around what he's.
I went on a little. I went
Why
on a
you
little.
shushing me?
I went because I didn't let anybody know where I was at. Because I went back to my roots, but I didn't hit anybody up. I went incognito.
Yeah.
It was good. It was refreshing. Got a lot of insight of what I need to change in my life.
Sure.
A lot of reflection.
Okay.
Getting there was a little bit of a problem because I had a bunch of shit that went down the day before that we're going to get into later. That was interesting. I just for all those people out there, when you get older, when you slip and fall in the shower, that
Sorry
shit
to
ain't
laugh.
fun.
I don't mean to laugh.
And you can
coulda
look
hurt
at the
yourself.
damn visual too. Get that out of your head, because I'll tell you what, I scared the shit of my goddamn self.
You could, yeah.
I could have really, I did fuck myself up. I could have fucked myself up really bad.
You call William Shatner?
No, I just sat there and manned up and
Yeah, man, that's serious, man.
made sure I wasn't bleeding or cut anywhere.
Well, I told you, man. That's what happened to Bob.
Yeah.
You know, Bob Saget. He bumped his head, didn't think it was nothing, and didn't wake up. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, man.
Not to freak you
I
out.
still have a bump back there. It's
I
not as
bet
bad,
you do.
though. Yeah.
Hit that
My
noggin.
big ass hit my noggin and shit.
And you're by yourself.
Then I'm by myself.
How long ago was that? We can put up a timer.
It was about a week ago. It was a week ago,
All
actually.
right.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's
I'm okay
traveled
now.
a long way.
Well, there's
back
a better. We'll get into another story later.
I think we should get this thing started.
I
man.
think we should too. Hit the damn clock, for Christ's sakes.
Okay.
Thank
Listen, with that kind of attitude,
know.
and with
I'm all
that,
fired up today. I'm sorry.
Hold on, let him tell he was doing his punchline.
well, when you lay out the red carpet, the punchline turns into like a Nerf.
But I just love how he's wearing this jacket in 80-degree heat.
Oh, it's not. I got the thermostat right in front of me.
Well, it's outside of
He
this.
feels good, man. That's
It
he's
feels
comfortable.
good.
It's 69 in here right now.
There you go. See?
Is it?
Yeah, I can do that.
You can do 60 now.
Pause, dude. Wow.
And
I was
here
hoping you weren't
we
gonna say.
go.
Welcome to Off the Script.
We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to.
Oh, part of the game. I was hoping you weren't gonna say anything, and I was just gonna say pause after that, and then you're like, "You can do 60."
Oh, you can.
Oh man! Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to everybody out here right now. Make sure you go and hit that subscribe button, like, follow, and we appreciate you guys for all the love. TikTok, Instagram. Where else, Joe?
I think we hit it all.
Spotify.
Spotify, if you see, make sure when you see us, come and holler at us. 'Cause I like talking to people all the time that bring up the pod. I think it's funny because there's two things I usually do. I either say I appreciate you, and then I go, do you actually watch it? Or you just watch the clips? Which one do you do? So I always like to say that.
I think you can guess, but
Yeah.
it's like pulling teeth to get somebody to watch long form content.
It really is, and it's kind of annoying.
But it's okay. You know?
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, but we got our supporters out there.
Yeah,
we
do.
appreciate them.
We do have a lot of them, which I do appreciate. I love when they start texting, and there was one a while back, like Arnold Hill. Tell Lance he was right.
Arnold's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I still
good
heard him
guy.
talk before. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Arnold's a great guy.
Yeah, the comments, they be really like.
So some of them know that
I was gonna say the chat, but
no. Some of the comments, like
I'm watching
we
live
don't
stream
know,
a lot.
you don't know if that's when they start talking shit. It's like, okay, all right, like we don't know who they are.
Yeah.
So, well, all right, what you want to do? What you want to get into?
Man, I don't care. I think we should always do what we always do.
All right. So what do we do right now, Tanner?
I think we should all take our shirts off. Oh, sorry. No, I'm thinking about something later. Okay. We should flip the script with our shirts off.
With our shirts
I do have a tank top underneath, so I'll be all right.
Jesus, man.
I said shirts, not shirt.
Look, if you guys got Joe going, he would pop his shirt off.
No, I will.
Tarps
he
off?
would, he
And
would.
I'm gonna do it one day.
Joe, you'd go tarps off?
I will do it
Oh,
one day.
Ferda.
I will
Sit
do
up
it
here
one
and
day.
pop the
I
shirt
don't
off.
give a
This
shit.
guy's going to go tarps off for the
I've done it
boys.
before.
For the boys.
For the boys. Beauty, eh?
Beauty.
Beauty, eh?
Let's get them
What are you,
tarps
Canadian now?
Oh,
don't
say
you
that.
know?
Don't say that. Brother, I bleed red, white, and blue.
I know you do. So do I.
I'm not affiliated with that 51st state.
Yeah, that's what they're calling
He
it.
summed
now.
it up right
He
there.
summed it up real quick.
To be fair, if they were 51st state, I'd be like, all right. Not so bad. You guys like flip the script?
Yes.
Here we go. 3, 2. Sean Diddy Combs' verdict.
Do you want to read that?
No, you can read it. I don't want to have any. I knew this was coming.
We'll say two out of 5, right? Transportation to engage in prostitution. Those are both of the charges, right?
Right.
Found not guilty on the rest, though.
We knew it was going to happen. He had the money.
Did we know it was going to happen? I didn't.
I did. You said it best on here. You said that there was holes in the story.
Yep.
And not only that, he paid his lawyers like between 10 and 20 million. He had one of the best defense teams. And I also talked to a lawyer and said he's probably going to get off on it. And you
on
called
the big ones. On the big ones, I thought they had him jammed up for that.
Well, when we heard the
what's a
stories,
RICO.
yeah.
That the first charge, that count 1, racketeering conspiracy. That's the RICO charge.
Right.
I thought they had him jammed up because the DA office is in distraught because they lost this.
Yeah, of course they did. But you think that he'll be in and out of court the rest of his life?
I think civil court.
Yeah.
I mean, because what is it, the prostitution mandate or something? I forgot what it's called. But it basically prohibits people from being, locked up for that charge. So, I mean, he's going to get out. It's just a matter of time. But he didn't get hit with those serious ones. Those carry years.
Yeah.
Especially that RICO. He'd have been, if he got charged with count 1, he'd be in prison for the rest of his life. Count 2, probably 15, 20. And same thing with, the count 4.
So do you think now that we don't know how much time he's going to do or if he's even going to do any time? I mean, he should be, I think he was going to be a minimum 15.
Well, until he gets sentenced, they're gonna keep him there.
No, because they denied the bail again. Like I saw today at it happened about 45 minutes ago. It said that it was denied and they're going to try to do an arraignment date like in October, maybe sooner.
Yeah.
But I think after this, do you think he's just going to be quiet after his time?
Man, that's the smart thing to do, but hell no.
You don't think so?
I think he wants payback.
You think he's going to go after everybody?
Well, he's going to be tied up in civil lawsuits because this is just criminal stuff. After this, people are going to, but his lawyers are going to probably start to circle too. Like defamation, all types of stuff. All the people that are talking crazy about him, and he gets found. So we'll see. But I guarantee you, he's the way. Look at his lifestyle, bro. He don't want to change that. He still has, hundreds of millions of dollars at disposal. He still has all his houses.
If you were in his situation, would you
disappear and then fade away? Yeah. I mean, I'm in my mid-50s. Everybody knows my business. I'm embarrassed. How am I going to show my face anywhere when everybady's seen all the freak off stuff, the baby oil, what I was doing, men, women, it's crazy. But I don't think he's going to do that. His ego's too big. Too much money.
Yeah. Well, especially because money's an addiction at that point.
They're going to be looking at Diddy's coming. Diddy's coming.
Yeah, there's going to, dude, I'm telling you, I think there's going to be a lot more that comes out still.
Well, listen, dude, they had like some solid evidence on a lot of that stuff, bro. But like witnesses stopped said they weren't going to say anything anymore. You know, like there was a lot of witness tampering on that whole trial, bro.
And you think there's some paper being floated around? I
He's
think
got
there was.
pull, bro.
Yeah, there's some
he's got
paper.
powerful people. Yes.
Ain't nobody gonna hold me down.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's all right. Look, yeah, I think he's a he became that big for a reason. A music mogul like that, survived the game that long, doing all that wild shit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I wasn't surprised because I know we talked about it on and off of here, and I just think, you know, at the end of the day, he is who he is, and money. I mean, who knows? I mean, I'd like to see.
Well, we know he's getting out.
Yeah,
we know that.
Yeah,
we know he's not going to prison for the rest of his life, like everybody thought. Written him off. Yeah, so we know he's gonna get out eventually.
Fuck.
I know, right?
Yeah.
After all that. It's sad, dude. I'd hate to sit in prison that whole time and then get acquitted of all those charges and then have to. That sucks. Yeah.
Have to get released. Must suck.
What do you got next, Tanner?
All right, here we go.
What happened to Elon Musk? Nothing. You know, he's upset that he's losing his EV mandate, and he's very upset about things, but you know, he could lose a lot more than that. I can tell you right now. Hey, Elon can lose a lot more than that. I don't know. I think we'll have to take a look. We might have to put Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is? Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible? He gets a lot of subsidies, Peter. But Elon's very upset that the EV mandate is going to be terminated. And you know what? When you look at it, not everybody wants an electric car. I don't want an electric car. I want to have maybe gasoline, maybe electric, maybe a hybrid, maybe someday a hydrogen. If you have a hydrogen car, it has one problem. It blows up, you know? So I'm going to give that one to Peter. I'm going to let Peter test it out.
So the second question, because I know you were confused a little bit. She asked, "Are you going to deport?"
I couldn't hear.
Okay, yeah. She said, "Are you going to deport Elon Musk?" He's like, "There's a lot of things." You heard him.
And, you know, and I said it before about them too. That was battle. That was battle of the ego.
Isn't that crazy, bro?
Yeah, but Elon's crazy. Elon's a citizen here.
He is.
So. He's just trying to pull his
doesn't
shit.
He, but is there something weird because he's from South Africa?
I think he was born in South Africa, but he's a citizen here.
It's a full citizenship?
Do you want to look that up?
I can look that up.
Thank you, Tanner.
Start icing your wrist, Tanner.
So, all right. So I'm gonna knock out two birds with one stone.
Why do you want to knock out birds, bro?
Well, look, you know what I mean, man.
Violent ass over here.
So. We're on the cusp of the big, beautiful bill being passed by Senate. It's already been passed by Senate, and Congress got to pass it now, right? And then that's going to be implemented. Do you know, like, what?
Yeah, I've seen it.
So, like, Medicare, food stamps, federal funded aid projects, and, like, funds and stuff are going to be pulled from states. And, like, bruh, I don't know, dude. It's going to be a big change in the world with that, man. I mean, these states aren't going to be able to keep up with any of that. So there's going to be a lot of. We thought 2020 was crazy.
Yeah, it's getting a little ridiculous.
Well, think about it. Like, we're in California, so it's a lot different, right? But think about like Arkansas, right?
Arkansas.
They make like $7.35 an hour, and you know they're out there able to still get food stamps, and you know, like we have Cal Ready here. They have stuff similar, where they're able to go to different shelters and food shelters and, you know, get the help federally funded. That's all that funding is being pulled. So that's going to be tough.
Well, hopefully it won't go through. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see.
It's so close.
It is such a fucking circus right now. It's ridiculous.
It's so close.
It's every day shit is going on,
we
and
knew
nothing
Senate
is getting complete.
We knew Senate was going to pass it. That's they're all Republicans, right? It's just and Congress is. I don't know the perks. You know, I looked it up. I know what they think the perks are, but I think as a society and someone that's like not in the higher echelon in the financial area, when you're below that median, it's like fuck you guys.
Right. No, I mean that's what it's about. Fucking someone over, right? Fuck everybody over. That's what he wants to do.
Said inflation, taxes. I mean, this is like not just. I've looked at multiple sources. This isn't like just me just pulling shit out of my ass. And this is what I've seen. I've looked at both sides. So I don't know, dude.
Well, no, Elon is screwed because of his whole product now. Because he went on the other side, and everybody with the electronic cars and everything, they're starting to see the repercussions and stuff. And you see a lot of stuff with those cars. They're not holding up. They like they're supposed to anyway. So
I wonder how much federal funding he was receiving for his. I mean, when you are so like, how can you like? So are they gonna? Or is that gonna take away from SpaceX too? Like, cause like there, or is that? Because I know he's not personally funding SpaceX. I know he has personal funds invested into it, and like obviously it's on the trade. It's a stock. So. But I wonder how much control they do, him losing that funding from EV cars and all that is affecting everything else. That's probably why he's going to the internet.
The whole thing about this is we'll never know the truth about any of it ever. Did we find out anything?
We never have. But according to Wikipedia and some sources that I've never heard of, it says yes, Elon has been a citizen since 2002.
Gotcha.
Wikipedia is pretty good.
Yeah.
So is Sesame Street.
Where'd you get this guy?
Right. Yeah, it's tough, bro.
I know it's a mess, but the thing at the end of the day, like I can't control any of this. Neither can you. None of us can.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's scared about this shit happening. Yeah. And it's been 6 months.
6 months.
6 months, and it's been a fucking whirlwind.
I can't sleep at night, Joseph.
He stirred up all kinds of shit. Everyone has.
I mean, look, dude, you got people that
I can sleep fine.
you got people that are coming out like, what did I do?
See, you know what bothers me about that?
What?
It's all about the electoral college anyways. It's
is.
not about the popular vote anyways.
It's
so
not.
it does. It's so that whole thing is until you want your vote to count. They have to go to the popular vote, and they're not going to do it. That's what I'm
never
saying.
do that.
That's why I've always talked about this. The electoral college runs everything.
Yeah, and then everything's
And
split
everybody
by
says
counties.
you voted for exactly. Everybody says you're the one that put him in. You really didn't. It's about the electoral college.
Yeah.
So, bro, I just
But he won both.
He did. That's
Yeah.
what we're yeah.
He did win both, but the thing is, it's at the point now where I'm just so exhausted with it, dude, and just like people, just the hatred towards other people about your political party's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Never will, dude.
No, it won't.
It's been going on since the beginning of time.
It might have been. I don't know about
Since
that.
democracy started, bro, this has been the same thing, dude.
Yeah, but I think back in the day, 30 or 40 years ago, you respected who was in there and you went shoulder to shoulder and went on with it with your life. And who was in office.
even
though you didn't vote for him or not.
Politics were different. Social media wasn't around.
See, that's the whole thing.
Now, look,
the social media thing again.
Now, think about this election, right? And I don't want to. We'll get off this in a minute.
I don't know why you brought this up today, but
But
whatever.
look,
We
think
don't
about
ever
this.
talk politics on here.
Yeah, we shouldn't be fucking talking about them.
This thing about this election, people that didn't go on a podcast, on popular podcasts, didn't get votes that they would have gotten if they would have went onto that podcast. That's where the game's at right now. I'll specifically speak. So Joe Rogan, Trump went on Joe Rogan, JD Vance went on Joe Rogan, he went on Nelk Boys, these huge internet content creators platforms, and all those young people that's watched them come on there and said opponent didn't go on those platforms, and that pushed Trump to the top, man. That's where we're at now.
That might be an oversimplification because Kamala was invited.
She was, yeah.
And
she didn't show.
Well, the thing is a lot of her answers weren't coherent enough to make.
She didn't want to sit down for 2 hours with Rogan or Theo or any of the popular. She didn't want to do that. She wanted a 45-minute come to her.
But she did the other one.
She did The View.
What was it?
The girl, she did I can't remember.
Call Her Daddy.
And I don't even know that. I don't know why that was such a big deal.
So she wasn't opposed to it, except it
wasn't her demographic, right?
I mean, that was the problem.
Yeah.
She's trying to appeal to all demographics, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think
she didn't do Shannon Sharp stuff, did she?
I have no
I
idea.
don't think so.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was just those who were on the podcast got pushed over because she picked the.
They all pick.
Yeah. I mean, it's not factual, but I just seen like a lot of younger voters when I was looking at the stats and stuff, that a lot of younger voters went out and voted that didn't never vote before. And because they seen him on
but that's
Rogan and Vaughn.
The whole thing was they said that about Obama, and Obama didn't even have that much. So social media wasn't popular then. It was barely even coming out. And it was younger voters.
That's back when we had the Etch-a-Sketch.
Well, you know what, man, Obama was going to be the first black president, bro.
Yeah, but
that's why people came out.
But still, that's what I'm saying. But no, you could say you could
For
say
sure.
that. But look at this, dude. That's what I'm saying. The stats are always fucked up and they're not real. Always.
I remember when he got. I remember that when he was running and all the stuff. I watched everything. I watched the debates. I watched all of it. And that was such a movement, man. I mean, everybody was.
No, I know it was.
Especially African Americans. They were like, shoot, we got our guy, man, So, but anyways, as we digress, right? What we got next?
Fucking guy over here. I'm telling you what.
Let's find out. 3, 2. Generous man arranges for money to be dropped from helicopter at his funeral.
Oh, wow. You going to read that?
I wanted to put this out because I already knew what the fuck you were going to put up
see
today.
Detroit.
So I wanted to have something fun and happy and to see what humanity and people do in life. All right?
I see
A man
Detroit.
known for giving back to his community wanted to do that one last time after he died.
Gotcha.
Funeral services for Daryl Thomas were held last Friday in Detroit. Thomas's sons arranged to have a helicopter fly over the funeral home. Then the money and roses petals were dropped from the chopper.
Wow.
I think that's amazing that he did this.
I remember seeing something about this. I didn't see this though, but didn't he own like a car?
Yeah,
he
he owned the car wash.
Yeah,
he owned the car
yeah,
wash.
yeah.
And at first, because I researched it, because when you see shit on Instagram,
Yeah.
you got to really research
Yeah.
it. So then I saw that it was on People and Detroit and Everything News.
That's funny.
I think it's amazing that someone after he died, that was his last wish. He wanted petals and money for the community to grab.
And a helicopter in Michigan is not cheap.
I'm sure it's not cheap anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? Good for him.
Good for him.
Good
Yeah.
for him. Good for his family for going through with it. And that just shows, I mean, all this other shit we're talking about, you got people like this that he was known in the community, but now, he's going to get his flowers at him for doing something
he
really
gave
nice
back
before, you know what I'm
with
saying?
some,
So that was really cool to see, dude. And it kind of touched me when I saw it because that's
Can you pass
awesome,
the
bro.
tissues, please?
I don't have any, but we can find some.
R.I.P.
It's funny too when we talk about social media. There's another one going around. I can't get any real news on it about. You see the guy that he couldn't sell his house for $1 million, so he sold raffle tickets. Did you see this?
No.
He sold raffle tickets for the house. So he sold $2 million in raffle tickets, and someone won the house. So he got his $2 million, and then someone basically got the house for like $10.
That is
It's like a cakewalk.
That is amazing.
That's really
How
smart was
is
that, dude. So he couldn't get the $1 million.
I
So
know.
he sold $2 million in tickets.
As soon as you said it, it made sense. That's crazy.
But I couldn't find any real major news outlet
Jesus,
about it.
how do you sell that many raffle tickets? I wonder what city. I have to know about this.
See,
now.
that's why
After the pod, I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
no, because I was trying to find all the research on it. I couldn't find it today.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. So
I mean, you have to be an idiot to buy a raffle ticket that much for.
Well, it depends how much. I don't know because it really didn't say specifically how much he sold the raffle tickets for.
Right.
But I mean, say if it was $100 a ticket.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
They'll get a $1 million house.
$50 a ticket.
Yeah, $100 something. You know,
win a $1 million
I
house.
heard people want to gamble. Oh, yeah, let me get 1,000. You know, I mean,
I love Habitat for Humanity.
so I mean, that was crazy too.
It was, dude. That is. Yeah. All right, we got one more. Or there's
Speaking of that, so we just talk about money. You know, if no one knows, can you go ahead and put Bobby Bonilla up real quick?
Sure can.
Well, he called him Bobby Boucher, but whatever, Bobby Bonilla. If anybody doesn't know who Bobby Bonilla is, he had a pretty good career in the MLB. You know, he won a World Series with the Marlins. He played for the Mets mostly, but then at the end of his career, he got traded back to the Mets. Well, what the Mets did, they wanted to release him, in about 2000, I think 11-ish or 10-ish.
Yeah.
And he was owed $5.9 million. Well, him and his agent got together and said, no, we want to defer it. So Bobby Bonilla, since 2011, has been getting paid $1.9 million every July 1st until 2035.
And that's significant because today is
Bobby Bonilla
July
1st, July 1st. So
Today's July 2nd.
I think it is. Okay, you fucking dick.
Well, when this comes out.
Yeah, when it comes out,
it'll be
don't
July
know.
7th.
No, it'll be the 5th, whatever. So the significance of it is, I think it's insane.
So funny.
He was owed like 5 point whatever I said, right?
Yeah.
And he got
5.9 million.
and he's getting like
That's just, I don't understand how they okayed that or
Yeah.
what happened.
because they wanted to get him off the books now.
That's crazy.
So then they deferred it. But now you're paying 40 up to 45 million almost.
That's crazy.
There's
So-
a bunch of crazy contracts like that. I read one. Manny Ramirez was his just ended where he was getting $2 million a year.
That is crazy, bro. So you don't take the money and then
you get it.
2011 till the 35, you get 1.9. That's crazy.
I mean, he'll be 72 years old in 2035 to get that.
He probably already had a lot of money too.
Yeah, dude, but this thing about it, he's got 1.9 coming in every
I think
year.
that's the biggest lick in the game ever, right? Oh, wasn't there a basketball player that did something
Well,
similar?
Tony does it too.
Oh yeah, he does. But isn't there? I think there was a basketball player.
There's a
that
bunch of
something
them.
that got something similar going.
What do you think about that, Tanner?
I have no idea. I have nothing to add to this.
yes, you do. I know you have something.
I just remember when Bobby Boucher came in
Oh
at
my
halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl. You remember that?
He does.
You remember that?
dude. I just don't know how he says he thinks it's Bobby.
we talking about Steve
I'm
Buscemi?
talking about Bobby Bonilla, and he's a Bobby Boucher.
He's a legend, dude.
Yeah, I should get you a jersey.
Deal. He's my favorite foosball player.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is that your favorite football movie?
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna say no, but it's close.
What's your favorite football movie?
All right, I'm gonna get deep. I literally watched it like 2-3 nights ago. Friday Night Lights.
That's good.
That's a good movie.
Really is.
Mine's Police Academy.
That's in my top 5. No, it's my top. Yeah, it's probably my top 5.
It's a good one.
What's your favorite football
Great
movie?
football movie.
I like Friday Night Lights too. But man, I probably have to say, it's a tough one, bro. Damn. Yeah, I'll probably have to go with Friday Night Lights too. I do like this one with Denzel.
Remember
Oh,
the time?
Remember the
Titans.
Titans too? That's a close second.
But do you really think that's a football movie?
Yeah. What?
Or do you think of it as more of a civil rights movie too?
both? And they can be both. Yeah. It's definitely a civil rights movie and history, and then it's definitely
That's a
football
great
movie.
film.
Left side.
Yeah, right
Right
side.
side.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Friday Night Lights just is a little more my era. So like.
So you go back to the era thing. That's
well,
funny.
I like that. Because that was set in a little older times, and Friday Night Lights was kind of like a little bit before my football career, so I kind of can relate to it a lot more. So that's why.
Stu, you got one?
Yeah, Police Academy.
Joe, I've got a question for you, Joe. As a like a civil rights movie.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's
Go
an
ahead.
honest question. Do you think that Remember the Titans had more of an impact than Waterboy?
As far as
Like the civil rights movement.
Where do we get this guy at? See, I'm going to tell you right now. My favorite football movie. I don't even think I don't even know if you've seen it.
I know, I already
North Dallas 40.
No, North Dallas 40.
Have you seen North Dallas 40?
That's one of your favorite movies. Period.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You've seen it.
Yeah. I watched it yesterday.
See, he hasn't seen it. I mean, the program was badass when I was in school. The program was out,
Programs dope.
that's
and I
when-
like getting Again Sunday too.
Yeah, of course. Those
That's
are
when
good.
Moby Dick was a minnow.
The program was good for sure, and so was Any Given
Well,
Sunday.
no, everybody's what
They
they
don't
said.
compete
Every
with that.
movie, everybody said
That
right,
high
was good.
school football was, that Texas high school football.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
I grew up in Dallas, so I know.
Yeah, you knew. Yeah.
They be gambling on all that shit.
Oh yeah, I mean the boosters in that. I mean those programs. They have collegiate level locker rooms in high school.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah. There was a high school that the stadium was like. I mean, it looked like a professional
Yeah,
stadium.
I believe. I know people do not play about football down there. Same way in the Midwest about basketball, man. There's a lot of places that have really nice arenas, dude, in our high school for sure. Speaking of that, Hold on. Did we get everything, Tanner? Okay, cool. I didn't know if you had something.
Now, we've been going off the script today,
Well,
baby.
yeah,
It's been
I
really
just- I
fucked
just- I
up. We're
didn't
talking
wanna-
about favorite fucking football movies, all kinds of shit.
Well, since we were talking about that, and then I was talking about Michigan and
Yeah.
Midwest and
Yeah,
basketball. We have to discuss a little bit. About
Okay,
the
whatever you
NBA
want to
free-
discuss. Go
free
ahead
agency.
and discuss whatever you want, Mr. Dr. Hill. Son, go ahead. You're
NBA
part of this
free agency,
platform.
right?
Yeah, go right ahead. Whatever you like to do, sir. Go ahead.
So, have you been watching
Basketball's been over for a fucking week, and we're already talking about free agency.
Yeah, I mean, a lot's happened
Yeah.
this week.
Lots happened. What's happened?
So, obviously, the number one thing is
Is-
Indiana didn't want to pay Miles Turner.
Yeah, I saw
who
that,
They
yeah.
just went to the championship, and he's one of their like top 3 players, and they didn't want to pay him, so
Right.
he's gone. You got Lakers not doing shit. They signed DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, I
today.
saw that.
What is this? Right. They let go of Denius Smith-Finney, and he's in.
Right.
That's like he's in the Atlanta Hawk now. And then speaking of the Hawks, you see what they got now? KD.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they got DSF, and then they got old boy from Orlando, and then we got the Denver Nuggets. They got rid of MSP, and then now they just brought in who else? They brought in Cam Johnson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown is back, and
See, this is amazing how much they move around. Now, didn't Reeves reject an offer?
He did.
He rejected it, right?
Yeah,
It was
4
pretty good-
years. No, it was shit.
It was shit. Wasn't
Yeah,
it like it was
4
small?
years, like $50-something million.
50-something million.
He
Shit.
played way better than that.
Yeah, he did.
He deserved at least 100. 4 years for 4 years, 100.
Say that again.
4 years for 100.
No, Hunter.
100. And I said the Hawks when I meant the Rockets. KD got the Rockets.
Oh no,
went to
I'm
KD.
letting you flow here.
Yeah,
Go ahead and do your
sorry.
thing.
Yeah,
No,
that was-
don't be sorry.
My bad, guys.
I
KD
just
went
wanna,
to the Rockets.
I just want to make sure. I want to see one name isn't fucking brought up right now, and I'll be really happy. And I know it's coming.
I left the Lakers out of it.
You know, you said the Lakers.
I said the Lakers, and I said
He's
who they
going to
got.
be there tonight. We'll give you this much on that. On your boy, your GOAT, your boy. He's coming back. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he's coming back. He signed that. He opted into that $50 million
$50 million deal.
I mean, it's going to be probably one of his last years, bro. You would take it too.
See, that's what's crazy about basketball. When they go on there in their career, they get paid more. In football, they get paid less.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
and it should be the other way around.
Well, football's a shorter time.
No, but they should be getting paid more at the
Just
end
saying.
of this. But that's where it is. We get paid more up front.
NBA. Look, think about it. The NBA, MLB, stuttering today. The MLB. I got a case of the Joes.
Fuck you. You do it all the damn time, or you mispronounce shit. Don't act like you got case of the fucking
definitely-
Joes.
look.
You mispronounce shit too,
look.
and you stutter, motherfucker.
Everybody at home.
I think we should all take our shirts off and fight.
I definitely mispronounce stuff often. I'm a human. I make mistakes.
Oh, well, you can take the high road. Good for
I
you.
definitely stutter sometimes and
So
say
do
the
I.
wrong
I
stuff.
do the same shit.
Because thinking on the spot,
Yes,
like we
exactly.
do, it's tough
Good,
sometimes.
it is
you know?
tough. So don't say
So
you have
better
the case
not-
of the fucking Joes.
All right.
Fuck stick.
I just fixed that on camera, bro.
Okay, that's cool. Uh-oh, here he comes out of his cave.
Hey, wait. So what's the over/under on how long Joe can be off cigarettes?
Hey,
What is
Mark, you should say that. Say
6
it one more
years.
time. What do you think?
I think 6 years.
Why don't you
6 years.
start the bet? 6 years?
If Joe can go, I'll put 100 on 12 months.
$100 on a year.
Wow.
I man, you know what? I'll give you better odds. I'll say 3 months, $100.
10-1.
He'll be back to smoking in
10
3
to 1?
months. So how much would that be?
1,000.
No.
No,
Fuck
but
no, Mark. I don't got $1,000 to pay you. Let's keep the. All right, let's do
That means you
$100.
guys
100. I could come off $100 now, Mark. I ain't got the big boy pockets. I can come up $100, and I say 3 months he'll be smoking again.
he'll definitely go 3 months.
I'll definitely go 3 months.
All right.
I think I'm
If
ready
he goes
to do
3
this.
months, he's got a year easily. 3
Hey.
weeks is the hard part.
I think 6 months is really going to be a test.
No, I don't.
Do you
I
wanna
think
get in
3
on
months-
this
I
thing?
think,
Yeah.
I think right now is the test.
I think
I've quit before. It's 3 weeks.
I'm gonna go seven months.
All right, so obviously everybody's saying over 3 months, right? Damn, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna bet with you, Mark. That's it, because I don't want to have to. He does go that long.
When Joe
I
goes,
want you to go.
When Joe goes 12 months, I'll do a free month of podcasts.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh, but I want to change my answer.
That means Tanner's pro bono.
Man, look,
Yeah, that kid.
Well, everybody, my business is out on the street now.
I'm giving you incentive, bro. I'm saying 3 months so you can pass 3 months, and then I'll have to owe Mark $100.
Well, I don't want you to. Yeah, I want you.
Yes,
I don't want you to owe
so
Mark
3
$100.
months.
All right,
3 months. All right, so let's mark this down.
So you want Mark to owe Lance $100?
Yeah, because as you beat it, you got to tell us the truth, and you know I'm going to see you all week now, every week. We're all going to see. You can't just not smoke Wednesdays.
We're gonna do a sniff test.
P test.
P-test.
A pee test. That's more elaborate, but probably more accurate.
There we go. I like that. That's good.
I don't think those are good odds that you gave me, but
I think that. See, fucking, that's where better comes from. He's like, nope.
Look, hey, I'm telling you, bro, if you need a crutch, use one. Gum, something. Cold turkey's tough.
The crutch is your mind. The crutch is your mind.
It is, for sure, but not every. But look,
There is no crutch.
Do or do not. There is no try.
then you better not get to drinking.
Shut up. I'm fine. I already drink.
All right, we're off of you. Sorry, Joe.
No,
Pause.
I don't know how this all started.
No, it was good. That was good, man.
Mark came out of his cave.
He came out of his cave.
Is there something you want to say, man? I know.
Oh
you
no,
have some
I mean,
stuff
I'll
today.
tell you what. I recently went out of town, and
Master Robbins.
before I left town, something really strange happened, and I want to talk about what's the strangest coincidence that's ever happened to you. Because what happened to me was I was in my parking stall, and I came out, and I had a yellow flower on my windshield. Okay, and I thought that was fucking weird, anyways. Okay, so then
It wasn't like flew off the tree.
No,
and
it was
landed.
sitting on my windshield,
like a full flower.
It
with
was
the
sitting
stem?
on my windshield. Yeah.
Okay, somebody said.
No,
it
it
there.
was. Yeah, someone said it.
Okay, gotcha.
You didn't think that was a nice gesture?
It was your secret admirer.
Hold on. Let me finish the story, please, Hoss. Okay. So, for some reason, when that happened, I walked around the other side of the car, and the passenger side front tire was flat.
Oh my gosh.
So now the wheels are spinning. I got neighbors talking about who put the flower there, this and that. Now I'm worried about how I'm going to do all this shit. And I'm asking everybody about this. And then, so then I go to work the next day. I go to work next day. My neighbor goes, well, because I told him about it. He looked at it. He goes, well, it looks like someone slashed it. So then my buddy drove me home. We looked at it, and it like curved. And I go, well, maybe I hit a curb, right? Because then you can see the residue you've been driving on while flat. So I got all this shit going on in my head, right? And surely enough, this fucking dude was wilding out. And I confronted him, and, you could tell he was having a mental breakdown, which I feel bad for him, but I confronted him, and he goes, I hate you. I'll fuck you up. I'm a lawyer. Knocked down all the trash cans.
Oh, my God.
And was harassing girls around the street for a couple days, right?
Yeah.
So when I took it in, Stu disagrees with me on this, but yeah, something hit the tire. I wasn't slashed. It was just a weird coincidence. So that's why I wanted to bring up a coincidence.
Thank you for the rose.
So I still don't know where the rose came from.
I know that.
Okay, I really don't know where the rose came from. Because then I started talking. Well, they go, "Who'd you piss off?" And then I'm thinking in the back of my head. I go, "Well,
That's what I thought.
yeah, that's what I thought too." And I'm like, "Bro, there hasn't been anyone. I mean, there's one I was talking to. I stopped talking to her, but she didn't even know where I lived. But then again, they can find out where you live, and she didn't. I think you know what happens.
Yeah,
You have this whole process
Your brain
going
was
on,
rolling,
right, Tanner?
yeah.
You're just rolling, So everything's good now. The guy actually, and the guy that was having mental issues, God bless him. I hope he gets some help. I guess he's gone. He moved out.
What do you mean gone?
He moved out.
What do you mean moved out?
He moved out of that complex. He was right next to me.
Sleeping with the fishes?
No. He moved. He moved. I had nothing to do with
No, you had nothing to do
No.
with it.
He's
Nah, I
got
didn't
some new
talk to him.
shoes on.
He told you
Yeah,
he would
he
kill you
moved,
and
yeah.
he told you he was a lawyer. And
He
you had
told me he was a
nothing-
lawyer.
You have nothing to do with it, huh?
Fuck you up.
Are
how
we
he
going to be on
did it.
Dateline?
What kind of shoes was he wearing, Joe?
No, he's gone now. I mean, no.
Concrete.
This was going. When I was gone for the whole week, a couple neighbors were texting me.
Now you're giving us alibi. Okay.
No, I was gone for a whole week. No,
It couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. I wasn't there.
You all stretch the goddamn truth too much is your motherfucking problem. No, my couple neighbors told me and said like the mom was living there and she was talking to her about how he's mentally all fucked up. I just hope the guy gets some help.
When you first told me this story, you told me that he went down to Marina Del Rey. So I don't know.
I didn't say you know about old Marina Del Rey.
Marina Del Rey,
See?
I
bro.
don't fucking know.
He might be off the.
I think that's a half.
See,
That's a half
there
truth.
goes Lance always stretching the truth about fucking something.
What? You gotta stretch it over something. You know what I mean?
That's what he is. He's a truth stretcher.
Truth stretcher.
That's what he is, a truth stretcher.
At least I graduated from sabotager and
No, the
manipulator.
sabotage. No, sabotage. Dude,
What else has he called me over the years?
No, I still remember that. What you used to say, well, he's sabotaging our clips.
This must
Sabotage.
have been before my time that you were a saboteur.
Oh, yeah. No, Lance has got a great vocabulary when it comes to sabotage.
It takes him a while to get to it.
No, but he's got it. He's got it in his arsenal ready to go.
Well, I'm just saying.
He's ready to go. Sabotage.
I know that. It's just it takes him a while when he's pulling a Joe.
pulling a Joe.
That speaking spell's doing overtime, dude.
This man gets paid per sound.
Per sound, per laugh. So. No, but I want to ask you this, but not to like flip the script too much. But literally, what news outlet do you trust? Like, where do you? All right, so like something happens, and where do you go to like be like, all right, this information I'm getting is good.
Google. Like when I Google, I mean, what I'm saying, let me finish. Let me finish.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
I'll
Like,
Google it, and I'll see when I Google whatever
Google,
it is.
see what-
whatever the number one choice, that's usually my number
You'll
one.
go to that.
Yeah,
but
my
then
number one.
do you do a little more research?
Yeah, I'll do research on everything. I mean, I have to research it a lot. I don't go to Snoops or anything like that, but I want to see what. I mean, it's got to be one of the big ones. Dude.
So it's not like CNN or
Oh
CBS
yeah, I mean,
or
sometimes
Fox
yeah.
News
It has to
or-
be a major. It has to be a major newspaper or a major, news outlet.
Fake news.
Yeah, I mean, BBC's always good. They always do well.
Wall Street
Mine
Journal.
is,
Yeah.
Craigslist.
Of course it is.
If it's video, X is amazing.
I know you love X.
Well, they have. Well, the thing is that I said video, not like, and then they have ground checking it too, which is crazy too. It's crazy, but like if you want to see a video that's out there that's been deleted off of every other place, X is where to go. You'll find the original video really quick. But it's not like I go there and believe all the information. I do the same thing. I think it's important to like look into several things and then make your own opinion, right?
No, of course. That's what I'm saying. That's why when everybody's laughing about Google, that's why when I'll Google what I'm looking up, and then I want to see what news outlets come up. That's what I like to do.
And then you'll click on one and read it, and then go down, go back, and
That's
click
what
on
I
another
especially
one.
do with everything we talk about on here a lot. I'll do the same thing. That's why it was hard.
solid.
That's why it was hard. I was telling you about the whole
about
the guy that sold the raffle tickets.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything.
Yeah. What about you, Tanner?
Pigeons. Carrier pigeons. I got a network. I got some
You got a
guys.
network of
Yes,
guys.
I just got Stu into it, and he's really good,
Tell
actually.
secrets.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but pigeons are really good for messaging and racing,
Right.
which I found out from a pigeon.
From a pigeon. No, for real though, like Reddit, what do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go if you want to figure out the news is real? Something happened, it's real.
It would have to depend on a couple things. A lot of independent news sources, they're popping up. I know there's this one, I haven't even checked it out, but it's supposed to be the most bipartisan news website you can go to. I have to look it up and
Are you
put.
talking about The View?
True Social.
Yeah, it's The View.
You and The View. You brought up The View 3 times today. Do you watch it?
Yeah, of course, Joseph.
No.
You know what he used to do? I swear to God, bro. When back in the day we all worked together. Stu be on his day off. We all go to his house because this is where we worked at Mac where he goes. And he'd be laying on the couch. He would watch Oprah, and he would be clapping. He loved Oprah.
He watches The View then, huh?
Yeah, you do watch The View. Huh?
I love The View, dude.
Stu watches Oprah and then yells out answers like it's The Price is Right. Wrong show, Stu. He just what is the Great Depression?
His eyes start tearing up. You get a car. You get a car. Nah, that's funny. What was the site? What was the site?
I'm gonna have to look it up and put it here in post. Would you do this with your hand? Right there. That's the site that I've heard of. I can't verify that it's great, but wow, would you look at it?
It might be something new.
Yeah.
I want you to know. Tell me off camera too. I want to check it out.
Yeah.
Because it's tough finding. I don't believe anything. I think it's you gotta.
That's wrong, man. That's why I told you. You guys he's fucking laughing about Google. That's why I do it, because I want to see what they say and then go through that shit.
Well, because everybody's
you have to remember something
Google
now. You have to remember something now, okay? It only takes one source to start a story.
Yeah. One stupid.
Yeah.
Too dumb. And then it gets leaked to
anything.
It only takes one seed to plant a forest.
That's beautiful, Stu.
That was the most intelligent thing I've heard you say in a long time. No, I'm just kidding. That was really nice. It's very nice, Stu.
Yeah, they'll run with something, fake or not, real or not.
I agree with you. I don't know what's real and what isn't anymore. You gotta really do a lot of research on it.
Remember that thing that Denzel said?
What?
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
So what do you do?
That's a great question.
That makes perfect sense. I don't know. That's crazy.
Classic Denzel dropping bombs.
He's one of the best.
I love Denzel. He's a great actor. One of the best. You're right.
Just shout out to you, Denzel.
Oh, you know what? This makes me think of a question since we're talking about Denzel. So who in acting, man or woman? Just made me think of this.
Beautiful segue.
Right? I know. It was, right? Denzel. Who do you think, man or woman? Who do you think is completely overrated? As a like a great, people say they're a great actor or a great actress, but they're overrated. You don't like their stuff. Did I sound it out right, guys?
That was beautiful.
That sound good?
It's good.
Okay.
It was really good.
It was off the cuff, I was just coming up with it.
Seth Rogen.
Ooh, you don't think
I like him, but dude, it's just too much sometimes. I mean, he's great, bro. I mean, hey, and it's my opinion, and it is what I'm just not a huge fan of his, but he's nothing to piss me off. I just don't. He's over the top too much, in my opinion, when I see his stuff. But that's what he does. But he's had a great career. What about you?
Man, I'm trying to remember this guy's name because I just can't.
You posed a damn question. You can't remember who it is.
I can't. No, I didn't post. I didn't write the question down. I just thought of it when we were talking about Denzel.
What was he in?
So he's in everything, dude. He's
Glenn Powell.
No.
Timothy Chalamet.
No. The guy he's in
Austin Butler.
Last of Us. He's in
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. Jesus. Can you pull up how many movies is that fucking guy in?
Yeah.
12.
I mean, dude, like he's on TV show, everything right now. He's got every lead role.
A lot of them
he's
like
a shit.
bro.
I don't like it. I think he just looks. He's the same character in everything he
But
does.
a lot of them do that.
To be fair, he did have a small role in The Mentalist, and it was pretty good.
I didn't see that. Yeah.
To be fair, it was also like a decade ago.
Yeah. I'm just not I'm like, dude, how does this guy keep getting work? He has to be paid. Like, bro, he's in everything. Everything. Every new movie coming out. So he's been filming stuff since 2022 and he's getting every leading role. I'm not hating, bro. I couldn't do what he does. He's great. But I just
I see you getting a little riled up here, so this upsets you.
No, just
he's dude. I know people that get pissed off when they see people. Yeah, but a lot of them do that.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course. But I mean,
what do you think about him?
I mean, he doesn't bother me. I mean, none of them do. I mean, he's just you're right, because De Niro did the same shit for a lot of years. He said a lot of same characters.
Yeah,
I mean, even then they would talk about De Niro would say when he gets on set, I can do it 3 ways. I can do it this way, this way. That's how he works.
Yeah,
he does the same shit all the time. A lot of them do.
I hear that.
Yeah, he's been in a lot.
I know.
It would be,
yeah, you don't need to read
I would
all
still
up,
be counting. I mean, I think the takeaway here is that The Mentalist is a great show.
Yeah.
Well, that must be
one of his best roles.
So is Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
Simon Baker's a national treasure, Great hair.
So I
hair.
I got something for you, Joe.
Yeah, go ahead.
The sports wizard you are.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
I hope it's a hat. A wizard's hat.
And I might it might be a little tough for you, but I want to put up some photos, and it's only 4, and then you just tell me what year.
Era Era or year?
Year.
So I have to get the
Close,
exact year.
you can get close to the year.
Okay, era then. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
All
You
right,
could do
fire
era.
away there, Hoss.
I think you'll be fine.
I'm
have
probably
the
not.
exact
I might
dates and
fuck it
stuff,
up. I'm
but-
sure you do.
Yeah, but
You must have been real high when you put this together.
no, I thought it would be cool.
He put left
and
field
you guys
Lance
can
up.
jump in there.
Lance smokes pot?
Take off.
No, I don't. I haven't smoked any weed in I don't know how long.
Well, let's put up a wager. See how long you can go.
How long have we been running for? 45
Shit.
minutes? Yeah, it's been about
I did
45 minutes. since
45,
we smoked.
30 minutes ago.
About 45, but who counting?
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
3, 2.
Oh, that's Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's what a slide that. I would have to say,
Where would you put this at?
I would put this 1978.
Mm,
Maybe early
Close.
1980s.
yeah, early 1980s.
Yeah.
We'll take that. 1982.
Yeah. Okay. It was, yeah.
It was actually January 10th, 1982.
Look at that. That's a
I know.
great picture.
Great. That was one of the most iconic photos. Yeah, man. I know you would know that. All right, where we at?
All
Let's
right,
do the next one.
Here we
man.
go. 3, 2.
Ooh, you know this. The famous crossover last
that was-
last shot.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll
I
give you a
know.
hint. His last championship.
No, so that was like 1990. Yeah.
Go, you got it. You're close. Last chip, last of the three-peat.
Oh, fuck. 97, no?
98.
98, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
1998.
With Jordan's famous shimmy.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's another great shot.
That's one of the most downloaded photos in the,
Look
in
at
the
this
world.
fucking guy right here.
I know.
See,
look
this
at
is
that.
what I get amazed by. All these fans, how they get when they cry and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I've never done that. This dude's over here praying.
And see, you got Malone, you got Stockton all looking. They know that's nothing but net.
Yeah, they all know.
It's June 14th, 1998. All right, let's go to the next one, Tay.
Here we go. Hey.
That's a new one, huh?
That sure is. That was an
Yeah,
accident.
I know.
But
There we go.
3, 2.
Oh, Vander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, the famous ear bite. What year was this?
88.
No.
Nope.
No. It's later than that. That's early 2000-ish. Late 90s, early 2000s. What are you doing over here? Fucking, you gonna sit over and try to whack me? What are you doing?
Pause.
What the fuck?
Big pause.
Fuck you! Everybody knows what whack means, motherfucker. You sitting around here pausing. It's 2000-ish.
No, a little earlier.
1998.
One more year. You said it. You said
97.
97. Yeah. June 28th, 1997. He
Look
took
at Miles
that bite
Lane
out.
back there. Best referee of all time.
I know. It's crazy, huh? I remember this, dude. This was
Everybody
crazy.
does.
Yeah. All right. We got one more.
Do we?
Yo, yeah.
Here we go. 3, 2.
That top right corner gives you, we got Tiger Woods winning the U.S. Open. That was when he hit that infamous long
It's
punt.
2001.
No. Look at that top right corner.
No, I
That'll
know.
tell you.
Well, I can't fucking see.
That's
motherfucker.
Kobe and Paul Pierce playing in the NBA
I ain't
Finals.
working that. I'm looking at the damn fucking date right here on this.
I knew you couldn't see that.
I can't. And I still can't see
I
that.
know you couldn't.
It was like 2006, wasn't it?
Close.
8.
Yeah. That's when he hit the infamous putt, you know? Yeah.
Well, that putt ain't nothing now after the last guy's putt.
Right. Oh, and you know, I think we do have one more, don't we?
I think we do.
Yeah, we do. We have one more.
Oh, fuck. That's 1980 Olympics right there. Everyone knows that.
Everybody
I'm a huge
does.
hockey fan about that. Yeah, what a great story.
That was when
No,
USA
you know what?
the amateur team beat the professional Russian team, right?
You know what I love about this whole segment you just put together? You did a great job. You always do. I mean, I'm being very serious. But the photographs, all the photos were just amazing.
Yeah.
And recently when I was back home, I'm glad I can piggyback off this right now because that's the last one, right?
Yeah.
The photo thing, right? So I'm going through pictures with my family. And she's bringing out all these photos. She goes, what am I going to do with all these? Because, like, it's just going to go to me next or whatever, and then they're going to be done. And, like, some of this shit is, like, from the 1800s. Like, that's just been around forever.
Forever.
And it's like, what do you do with it? Because
Right.
you can't because it's sentimental to the family. So what do you do with it afterwards? Like, it's just going to go in the trash now. I mean, now everyone has these now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anyone, like, say if you had kids, right? If you had kids, like, they don't have any real photos. They just have these.
I know, dude.
And it's crazy to me.
And nobody, like, is really, like, framing pictures and putting them up. And, like, that's tough. It's tough. And they just get in a box.
No, it's just they stay in a box.
They stay in a box. Trust me, I know.
You know, they just stay in a box, and there's boxes everywhere.
I've carried a box through 2 states.
Yeah, you've got the box, right? And it's not going anywhere, right?
It's not.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Just the box.
Do you ever go through it?
Yeah, all the time. Clean it. Put it in a new box.
Yeah, because you know the thing is, there's a lot of duplicates and shit. I go, what are you doing? You're like, you know, but then there was,
well, I make sure.
But then there was a bunch. Then there was a bunch of senior pictures. And I'm like, I don't fucking get. I don't need all this shit.
You know, but that stuff is like, you know, like
it's very sentimental.
Yeah, it is sentimental.
You know, and it's funny. I recently had a couple friends that never been to my house that came by one time and he goes, "Why do you have that Raider wall?" I go, "For a number of reasons, because that's all fucking that's all special shit to me because he's a Bronco fan, so whatever, there's that." But no, it's funny. He says you should get that one picture of my grandpa. You know what one playing pool. I should get that, and I won't get it blown up because I like the way it is. But no, it's just like those are gonna travel with me forever. I mean,
you know, I got it. You know, that made me think of a great story, dude. So I got a state championship ring in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my house got broken into like later down the road in a different state, and the ring and a bunch of my valuables got stolen.
Fuckers.
Oh man, that was fucking man. I mean, they took all my shit, like all my memorabilia, all types of shit, and then they, you know, I had a little bit of cash and stuff. I didn't have really shit. I don't know what, you know, but it is what it is. A little bit of weed and shit I had, like it's ridiculous. But I contacted my school through Facebook, and then I talked to them, and they bought another ring and sent it to me, man. That was
that's cool as shit, bro.
So I got to keep, you know.
No, that's really cool.
But I was like, dude, like that. I want to keep that. You know, you want to keep shit like that forever, even though it's high school. It still's like you still want to keep shit like that forever, right? You know.
Yeah. What about you, Tanner?
Things that I have?
No, about photos. How do you feel about all that?
I love photos.
Yeah, you have a lot of hardcore photos. Like you have a lot of
Whoa.
Pause.
There's that pause.
Did he grease chest photos?
I don't have any hardcore photos.
You know what we need to do one day? We need to do the whole. No, we did that on another platform, but we should do that the younger shit when we were younger. Shit is funny.
Joe, you say some wild shit.
I did that on purpose.
So do I.
You did not.
Yeah, I did.
Don't even pretend like you.
I want to say.
You wanted to say hard copy.
I want to say
not hardcore.
I wanted to say hardcore because I want to know if you have any hardcore shit. Because I have a bunch of hardcore photos I don't show anybody.
What's hardcore to you?
I'm not fucking talking about that. You won't put me on blast.
Dick
Are we talking about prison photos?
Are you talking about like flexing hardcore?
Yeah.
Like you're like flexing?
And are they like hard copy? Did you go get them printed?
No fucking way.
Is this like Seinfeld when Joe gets his?
That's what you got to figure out, bro. That's what you got to figure out,
brother. I am not that. This is not the case for me.
Why the fuck is my name crossed out in there on the fucking corner?
Because it's like Joe.
Is that a fucking note?
No, it's like no smoking, but like Joe smoking.
That's cute.
Well,
so that's gonna stand for everybody to come here and see. Whoever comes to Mastermind soon, you see that shit.
Wait a hold on.
Just fucking tell me to hold on, motherfucker.
That's called deflection. You're deflecting from the fact that you have hardcore photos of yourself flexing that you went to FedEx Kinko's, which no pun intended, Kinko's.
Well, I mean, I know FedEx Kinko's didn't exist back then. Okay,
all right.
That's where you went.
So you had to develop them yourselves in your your dark room,
in the dark room, green room, whatever, green room with the dark room together.
Oh my god. Still a duffel bag of 1990 DVD porn too, huh?
No, I don't have any of that shit. I don't have any DVDs at all anymore. I'm sure Tanner does.
To answer your question, Joseph.
Joseph now.
You guys.
I have some hard copy photographs, yes, of some family and from my my father just gave me.
Oh, he just gave them to you.
He did.
Are they hardcore?
I'm gonna need you to define that. And once you do, then I will say yes or no.
Still hasn't defined it. He's not saying it's muscle pictures.
No, muscle pictures. I'm talking about hardcore guns. Like I'm talking about like
explicit?
I'm talking about explicit shit. Like
Whoa.
animals chopped up or something like hunting pictures. Yeah, people get offended by that. They
My
call
father's
those
not
hardcore.
he's not a
I
serial
didn't say
killer.
that. See, now you're taking it to another level.
No,
So far
I'm not
away.
taking it to.
I'm just asking when you say hardcore, that's what I'm talking about. Photos.
Yeah, do you have any photos of animals chopped up?
Yeah, there you go.
Does have any animals tied up by chains and hung upside down and bled?
Well, see, now he's talking about all.
Being skinned. I think that's what you mean, the hunting photos, right, Joe? Not like it chopped up. You mean like
Oh, he's like,
same
oh
shit.
yeah, hunting.
hunting. Trying to save my boy
sure.
here, man. Been hunting, like, hunting photos, right?
Hardcore. That's all I said.
Hardcore hunting photographs. Yeah, no hardcore.
Okay.
Just stuff of like my grandma.
Like just old memories.
Do you have your
right?
great grandma?
Nope, never met her.
Never met her.
I don't even know if she exists.
She had to exist.
I've never met her. How can I be sure?
How could you be sure, right?
How could you be sure? Still goes back to that whole fucking question you were saying. I don't believe a lot of shit.
Well, it kind of goes back to that question: do blind people see in their
my
dreams?
God. And you still haven't answered that.
I think the answer is yes, but just not how we think.
Yes. I think he said that several times now.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why you backed off. That was funny, dude. That was hilarious. So I guess I'm gonna ask Tanner this really quick. We'll get up out of
I
here.
don't think we should ask him anything.
I think it's gonna be funny since we just did all that. Describe your current vibe using only fast food chains.
But hardcore from a blind man's perspective.
Hardcore. Pause.
I don't even know what.
Say that question again.
It's weird. I know.
Say that again.
Describe your current vibe using only fast food chains.
Wow. That is weird.
Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out. Decipher that how you will.
Are
Can you give
the
us a
two
little
you-
backdrop?
Are those the two you eat?
No,
No.
I would like to eat them a lot
Describe
more.
his vibe after all this with using fast food chains. He said Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out.
I did.
I won't eat filet. I'll eat In-N-Out though.
I don't think he's talking about eating like those are two of the restaurants. So
It's not see. That's no. We're gonna get on something else. I don't want to. They're not fucking restaurants. They're fast food.
Restaurants.
They're fast food and not in a restaurant.
Fast food
No one
restaurant.
serves you at the motherfucker.
They're fine dining, Joseph.
Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out. Lance is Chick-fil-A, Joe's In-N-Out, right? No.
What's happening right now? Can we?
I've been wondering this about 25 minutes ago.
You got that
ever
joke.
since
Tanner
Marcus
got-
walked out here and posed like he's fucking Kuta Kente and
What's,
shit.
I don't even-
And then he just back there with the Kunta Kinte lines.
you got a second question in there?
Ah, man.
Can we
let's-
pull the audience?
right. Ah, man, let's get up out of here, bro. Where can they find you at?
You can find me at The Real Joe Rosati. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Thank you for watching. Please go ahead and comment. And hey, stay safe out there. By the way, seriously, on a serious note, I hope you all had a safe 4th of July because it'll be out.
Yes.
I wanted to put some numbers out earlier about, like, I believe last year there was over 14,000 people that went to the ER, and 11 people died because of fireworks that they didn't know what they were doing. So
Dang.
just be safe out there.
Yeah, man. Wow.
No, that's some fucking
Man,
crazy
good
shit.
knowledge, bro.
Yeah.
You guys should be. This will be out on Saturday,
Yeah,
so,
so
they'll be
everybody
still be
have a
busting.
safe 4th of July, whatever you do.
Safe 4th of July for sure, for sure. Where they find you at, Stu?
The Laugh Factory.
The Laugh Factory on Sundays and Tuesdays, right?
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was different. I like that.
7:30
Yeah.
and the 9 o'clock slot, right?
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah, right behind Bob Saget.
Yeah. Jesus. Stuzilla Productions.
Too soon?
Stuzilla Productions.
How about you, Haas man?
Tanner Hall spelled with 2 A's and 1 L.
You want to do?
Oh, and a shout out to Mastermind Media, of course. And Mark, what's your new handle? You changed it, right?
Mark's Mind.
What is it?
Mark's Mind.
Mark's
Ooh,
Mind.
I
With
like
a Y.
that. Is it Y?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mark's MYND.
Yeah, Mind, yeah.
Mind. Yeah. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Cool. And I'm _IlSun, and we'll check you guys out next time. Peace.
Peace.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Yeah. Oh yeah, the beast back. Adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as these cats. I sting them if they never ever mind and they beeswax. I don't ever cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a rat, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at.